At this very moment, thousands of kilometers beneath the ocean's surface, thin cables no wider than a garden, are carrying almost everything you do online. Your messages, your money, your videos, your life. And most people have no idea they exist. Because if these cables disappeared, the modern world would stop. In January 2008, that almost happened. Without warning, without explosions, without a single headline at first, the internet began to vanish. Banks stopped working, phone calls failed, entire countries lost access to the global network, and for several hours, no one knew why. This is not science fiction. This is not a parodic. This is a real story. One that exposed how fragile the digital world truly is. This is unrecorded. Beneath the oceans lies a hidden nervous system. Over 95% of all international internet traffic travels through undersea cables. Not satellites, cables. They cross oceans, wrap around continents, and rest quietly on the seafloor. Invisible, unprotected, essential. Most people assume the internet is wireless. It isn't. It is physical, and that makes it vulnerable. On January 30th, 2008, something went wrong. Internet connections across the Middle East, India, and parts of Asia collapsed. In Egypt, almost 70% of the internet went offline. In Pakistan, over 80% vanished. Businesses froze. ATMs stopped responding. International communications broke down. At first, no one understood what was happening. Then the truth surfaced. Several submarine cables had been cut near the Mediterranean Sea, almost simultaneously, in different locations. The damage was catastrophic. These cables were responsible for carrying traffic between Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. With them gone, data had nowhere to go. The digital highways of the world were suddenly blocked. Officially, the explanation was simple: a ship's anchor, an accident. But many experts were not convinced. Anchors don't usually cut multiple cables in different locations within such a short time frame. Whether it was coincidence or not, the result was the same. The world discovered a terrifying truth. There is no backup internet, no emergency switch, no instant fix. Repairing submarine cables is slow. Specialized ships must locate the break, lower equipment thousands of meters down, retrieve the damaged cable, splice it together, and lay it back on the ocean floor. This process can take days, sometimes weeks. Meanwhile, entire regions are digitally isolated, and this wasn't an isolated incident. In 2011, a woman scavenging for copper in Georgia cut a fiber optic cable. Armenia lost internet access for hours. One person, one cable, an entire country offline. Military experts have warned that undersea cables are among the most vulnerable pieces of infrastructure on Earth. They are not heavily guarded, they are publicly mapped, and they are critical. In a world where economies depend on milliseconds, cutting the right cables could paralyze nations without firing a single missile. This changes how we think about power. Wars are no longer just fought with weapons. They are fought with infrastructure, with networks, with silence. The internet feels permanent, unbreakable, always there. But history tells a different story. In 2008, the world didn't lose the internet completely, but it came close, and auto revealed the illusion. Our digital civilization is balanced on the ocean floor, quiet, exposed, and far more fragile than we'd like to believe. The question isn't whether the internet can be disrupted. It already has been. The real question is this: what happens next time, when it's intentional? Subscribe to Unrecorded, because the most important systems in the world are often the ones we never see. And when they fail, everything changes.